Peace, love, wholeness, divine love chosen. Welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing this, that means this message is for you. So go ahead and receive it as it resonates. If you don't, just let it fly and keep it pushing, y'all. I hope y'all are doing well and taking care of yourselves. We can get a message from the ancestors, see what needs to be illuminated at this time in the here and now. I'm still redoing my channel messages, so we're not going to pull some of those today, but let's go ahead and get into the message. Clarify ancestors, most important message at this time here and now, what needs to be illuminated. We got awakening again. Peace. Along with the Naked card. Awakening to finding peace in your vulnerability and allowing yourself to be completely honest with yourself through the motions. Peace in your vulnerability. And that starts with yourself. It's not necessarily with others, but with yourself. With yourself. Worthiness. Remembering your worth. And the sacrifices you've had to make in order to heal and come to this energy that you exude, right? Heal and come to come to the depth of peace that you have. Gratitude. We got liberation at the bottom of the deck. Through your sacrifices, you're able to find peace again. Call your energy back to you. Liberate yourself and honor your worth. Overall energy, what needs to be illuminated at this time, ancestors? You could be in this Nine of Swords energy in reverse. This hopeful energy. Your ancestors could be hopeful because you are allowing yourself to be and to grieve and to get out of your head and to be completely honest with yourself. Your ancestors are hopeful that you are reaching out. Your ancestors are in this energy of like basically just glad that you are surrendering. To the truth of how you feel, through your grievances, and being accountable for yourself instead of pointing the blame at anybody else. Yeah. Heavy ancestral energy here. Like your ancestors is having you in this space of remembering your worth. And remembering how resilient you are. And through that, coming up out of your head and releasing the mental entrapment and releasing your emotions and being completely honest with your ancestors and surrendering, you are stepping into this Nine of Cups energy. Emotionally grounded, emotionally centered, emotionally aware, and honoring your emotions, fulfilled, genuine happiness. Four of Wands energy. This is giving me, even though it is the Four of Wands, it's giving me, for some of y'all, it's like a reconciliation with yourself that you've been yearning for, that you've been craving. For others of y'all, it's reconciliation with past energies. It's given like for those of y'all reconciling with yourself, you are in healing energy, and for those of y'all reconciling with past energies, it's giving me karmic energy, recognizing the truth of what it is and how your frequency may be still in alignment with karmic past energy that you are holding on to. And this is really feeling like karmic past relationships that you've actually had a real relationship with. Communication. And not not those relationships not those like relationships that you was dating, or you like somebody for a split second and y'all never really nourished a real life connection. And that's what the karmic energy is. But for the healing energies, you are reconciling with yourself. But you could be needing to be honest about the energy that you're holding on to, and your soul resonance with them, basically. for those of y'all who are in this healing energy, reconciling with yourself, you are needing to be honest about not being in alignment, emotional alignment with people in your life, and needing to set those boundaries and reconcile with yourself. Yeah. You know your worth, divine love chosen, and you could be in this energy where you've had to constantly defend your worth. And this is giving me divine feminine energy. And divine feminine, in a safe space, you shouldn't have to fight so hard to affirm your worth to anybody. Okay? And maybe, certain people don't see you because they refuse to see themselves. Maybe you vibrate from a frequency of truth so deeply that although it triggers the truth to their core values, or, to their core, it's a process for people who aren't resonating at that level and who aren't in this energy of, deep self-acceptance about who they are, who we are as humanity, and just overall our core resonance. Because, yeah, we're all different. We're all special beings, but to the core of it, there is a deep resonance to the core of us and who we are. There's a deep internal resonance that we reach and we get to at some point on all of our journeys. Those of us who are divinely guided, though, those of us who choose to, those of us who've been seeking deeper meaning, since we've had a thought, okay? We got the Empress energy. Yeah, I knew Divine Feminine was all over this. Okay, baby, this is your reading, my love. Okay? Notes to self. Gratitude. Masculines could be in the energy, exhausted by their own confusion, avoidance, and in the energy of exhausting divine feminine as well. And so, but divine feminine, you're in this energy where you are guided to release. You don't want to hold on to that energy. You see clearly. You see through it. And your ancestors is holding you. Your ancestors are guiding you. You are not alone. Regardless of how the patriarchy and the people ruled by ego and feminine and suppressing feminine energy, regardless of how it affects your life, divine feminine. You are releasing control and surrendering to your divine feminine energy, your ancestors. Oh, dang. Okay, well, it's the Two of Swords that came out. Yeah, like I said, there are projections of confusion, exhaustion, denial. And this is why you are being guided to reconcile, to reconciliation with yourself, vulnerability with yourself, honesty with yourself. So you're not taking on the projections and the confusion from other beings in your life. I do want to pick up the Two of Swords just so I can show y'all. My leg be knocking it over because I like to sit in my lotus. And I feel like divine feminine, you're in this energy where you're highly like you're not in denial. So you can't live like you're not in denial or living through the expectations or the projections of ego. And so you're overly irritated, overly frustrated, and on guard, and by that energy, by denial, by, any type of ego control or manipulation. Your ancestors is not letting up. Fuck it if they call you crazy. Fuck it if they say you bugging. Fuck it if they try to shift blame on you, divine feminine. Because of their resistance to dismantling and unplugging from the ego and the matrix. Yeah, Spirit said that's the truth. Okay. Yeah. Let's get some of these messages. Clarify this energy, Spirit. Yeah, you are ascending, you are growing through your vulnerability, transitioning away from bondage, right? Transitioning away from, and what this is giving me is like, like these two is almost giving me the same thing. All right, you see these cards? It's looking like yeah, she's holding the swords, but it's looking like, you know, bondage basically. Transitioning from that confusion, that bondage, that manipulation, that ego, the matrix, unplugging. Whether they intend to or not. Right? It is their responsibility to do the work for themselves, so that way when you come together, doing the work flows. Doing the work is a natural flow. Instead of rooted in ego, or rooted in survival, and rooted in scarcity. Ego, basically. Yeah. Yes. Like I said, your ancestors is all over you. You see clearly. Honor your gift. Protect your gift. Your ancestors is guiding you to protecting your gifts from those who will, from those who are more committed to their ego, and from yourself, you know, from you being in this self-sabotaging energy with the heart that you have. Your ancestors is guiding you. Because those of us, divine love chosen, when we love, when we care, when we are connected to certain people, we are very highly sensitive beings. So it is important it is important that you are completely honest with yourself, and that you accept those in your life that are honest with themselves and with you. It's imperative, actually, because one moment of denial is 10 steps back. And you can hold grace for the wounded people that you've loved, and the karmic people from your past and that you grew up with. You can hold, understanding and grace and love them from a distance. Because a lot of us, divine love chosen, have come from survival. A lot of us are still living in survival against this corrupt, wicked system, this corrupt, wicked government, this corrupt, wicked patriarchy. A lot of us are still living in survival, so hold grace for yourself, because your ancestors are. while also protecting yourself. You are protected, but you also have to protect yourself. Make those sacrifices. Protect yourself. Protect your frequency. Gratitude. Resonance. It reminds you of your connection with wisdom and your true self. Honor, and I've just also seen work, labor, and efforts, and the blessings in disguise that come from those things. Your ancestors are saying, I know you're tired. But just trust. Gratitude. There could be, wounded egos that are uncertain about the serenity, the peace that they, to their core they seek, but because it's so, because it's so scarce, right? Because, peace is something that you have to nourish and choose as well. As well as embracing the grieving and embracing the sadness and embracing the pain, so that you can feel peace for a longer period of time and feel joy for a longer period of time. You still have to embrace those emotions instead of pretending like they're not there. Serenity reminds you to release stress and trust yourself to handle whatever comes your way with grace. The uncertainty is here, reminding you to embrace what cannot be controlled. Period. Trust your intuition and courageously face the unknown challenges, for the future will gradually become clear. Spirit wants to remind you that you are resilient and you have been put through this test a few times. You have learned these lessons or have had to survive these lessons, and Spirit wants to see, and Spirit's in the energy basically saying, are you ready? So allow yourself to process and go through the motions. And that's the great thing about being rooted in love. You don't have to, it's like, you're not worried about how you're perceived, because as long as you are rooted in that understanding, and as long as you are rooted in love, basically. It's only blessings to be received. It can feel triggering, you know? It can feel triggering because of your hard past. But it's only blessings to receive from your ancestors. And the patriarchy and the egomania and all that other fuck shit wants you to doubt your gifts, wants you to doubt your intuition, wants you confused. They want you confused about your gifts, your purpose, your intuition, your glory, your beauty, your love. They want you to doubt it. So you gotta break free. Trust yourself as you have the wisdom and strength to overcome the challenges before you. Okay? Gratitude. I hope it helps. Hope it resonates. If it do, be sure to like the video, comment, or subscribe. If you need to find me anywhere, everything is in my description. Okay? Fulfill the prophecy and follow me. Alright? I'll see you on the next one. Peace.